Can you hear me? Hi.
Hi, I can hear you.
Awesome. Good. I can hear you too. All right. So you're stressed. Being a mother alone is stressed.
Yeah, and he
Being
was like born with this. So, like my therapist was saying, you have a newborn who you already have to worry about, but then you have a newborn with like he stopped breathing. So, I've never had
okay,
anxiety like this before.
exactly. Because something you love could be lost. So I'm looking at this. Ooh, full blown. Okay. So where would you like her to begin? You're going to have to be able to put your phone down to do some healing.
Okay.
But we're going to have to help your body self-regulate because I still see your hormones are out of whack, which means that because you gave birth, nothing's still in sync yet. Nothing is still in sync yet. Um, is that if we did this, then yes. So what I'm saying there is that once we start to get you back into alignment, then we can help Wyatt put his spirit back into his body. Now, it's not that it's out, it's just that it's not communicating at full capacity.
Okay.
And so I'm looking, where would be the best thing that you want her to do? They want you to hold left wrist, second position, deep. Okay. And you're going to sit there, and the first thing that you're going to think about is the blaming. I'm blaming myself. I'm blaming. Can you feel the blaming? Do you understand what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Did you feel like the doctors or anybody was blaming you?
Mm, no, I blame
Good.
myself.
All right. Anybody else? Did they make I feel like somebody said something in passing, one word, which then made you look at yourself and go, oh my God, I'm such a bad person.
No,
Good.
my mom always said like it can't be our side, it has to be his side. Like my
Okay.
husband.
Yeah. Okay. So again, we're pointing, trying to find the answer and logically saying it's one thing. Okay. What I want is that conditioning. I want you to feel how you feel incompatible to be a mother.
Mm.
You were stressed. I feel that.
That, that's heavy.
Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I want you to feel it. Measure it for me. How strong is that?
Like an 8.
I want you to breathe it through. Keep your hand there. Now, if you haven't, for those that are watching, she's doing this. And she's going to keep her hand there and she's focusing how she knows she knows. Now, I just felt her body shift. It's her inside energies are like changing and I can feel them. And there she's going to have to look at the anxiety. Keep your hand right there. The anxiety is stuck in her liver, that I'm going to have to behave a certain way. I'm going to have to give up my life. Again, don't judge. This is not what's happening. Okay. But after a while, these thoughts and these feelings, that half of them are, she's picking up from the universe. This is what she saw. This is what she feels. And to connect, oh my God, my world don't make sense right now. I don't want to lose this beautiful life, this soul. And have you reached out to other groups and other communities or anything to help you?
I have, yeah. He has Laringo Malaysia, and there's actually a support group on Facebook. So that's basically the moms who I talk to daily.
Okay, now there's a conditioning within this, and you're looking for patterns to help you. But what you've been hearing is that I'm going to have to give up my life. I'm going to have to give up. Can you hear what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
some
because
of
we
these
can't
women,
live like we normally live.
there you go. There you go.
We have to live
Okay.
in isolation. I've already been feeling it. Like, I have mom guilt because I have 4 kids and they always want to do like family gatherings. And I'm like, we can't because the risk of Wyatt getting sick, getting hospitalized again.
Exactly. Exactly. Now begin to just feel that. because it's like, I have to accept this. I have to be stressed. I have to just feel it. I'm going to have to behave a certain way. Now, as you're holding this, I want you to understand you are 9 years old and you are conditioned that you have to be compatible and do as I am told. You were told to behave a certain way. You tell me, were you a good girl or were you the one that rebelled?
I was such a good girl. My mom said I did nothing wrong.
There we go. Now I want you to feel, and I'm hearing from a past life, you're such a good girl. Somebody up there must hate you. This is weird because I feel like this is part of an old paradigm, but it's not true. It's not true. But that's a phrase. That's a fear phrase. That's a sour graping phrase. That's what we're trying to figure out. Well, it's got to be one thing. Oh my God. And then you've been driving yourself crazy. I can't figure out what to do. I can't figure out what to do. I can't figure it out. You go to do something and then all of a sudden baby coughs or something like that. And you feel like you're going to be, there you go. Oh my God, I'm going to F up one day.
Yep.
Feel that anxiety. Just breathe it through, breathe it through, breathe it through. Your body's living in a state of constant fear. You're doing really well. Now, what I want you to do is that you have thought this through. You've rehearsed this, you rehashed it. Oh my God, so many times. That means you took something that wasn't experienced and then you've rehashed it in an imagination. So I want you to keep your hand there, but I want you to drop your eyes to the lower right. And I want you to tell me what picture comes up. What picture comes up?
A baby.
Okay, good or bad? Now, what I want you to notice is I want you to feel this baby. I want you to feel this baby. And what I want you to understand is that what happened with your mental health. What happened with your mental health?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
I didn't want 4 kids.
There you go. Be okay with that. Don't push that away. Let's address this.
I think because of my past with my childhood,
Good. Get into the
I
feeling.
give everything to my children where I am just empty as ever.
Very good.
And I just
Give me a number.
allow
Give
it.
me a number. Give me a number. 10 being the worst. You just can't do it
A
against
9.
10. Okay. Move, transcend, and let go. Now take and look to your left ear. Listen, look to your left ear. And I want you to remember. I want you to remember if you hear anything, hear a reaction, you feel timid. The environment has said something. You can hear it.
I feel emotional and warm, and I hear crying.
Very good. Notice how it gets on the nerves. Notice that you don't know if you prepared. You just feel it. Feel it. Remove, transcend, and let go. Look back down to the lower right. Feel the incongruency. Feel the conflict. Feel it. In the body. Feel how the body wants to react. Remove, transcend, and let go. Straight up. Look right up to the upper right. And I want you to reconstruct a memory. Whatever comes up. Can you see it?
Childhood, but I can't really get much of it.
Okay. So what I would like you to do is that the feeling when you look up to the upper right, I want you to feel judgment, fear of being judged, the fear of being judged. You're doing it wrong. Can you get that?
Yep.
Now, remove, transcend, let go. Look to the right ear. Look at your right ear. Okay, so you're going to, there you go. As you look to the right ear, I want you to just, oh my God, they said this. I did it wrong. I got to be a good girl. I got to behave a certain way. If I do it a certain way, they'll what?
Not include me.
So if you are good, they won't include you, or if you're bad, they won't include you.
If I'm bad.
Good. That's what I need you to focus on. I don't, and you don't want, what is that feeling of not being included? Good, bad, or indifferent?
So lonely.
Preserve all the positive learnings, move all that. There you go. Hold on. Preserving all that positive learning. Put that in that special place where all learnings go. Now start to remove, transcend, and let go of all the negative emotion. Begin to notice, oh God, that loneliness. Remove, transcend, let go. Look to the lower left. And I want you to hear that story about loneliness. Feel the conflict.
Lots of yelling.
Remove, transcend, let go. Look to the lower right. Feel how the body goes, oh my God. As you breathe in and out, as you focus in and out, you're going to put the outside out again. And you're going to take that, notice that when you're little, the outside came in, and you're going to pull that out. Keep pulling it out. Keep measuring it. Oops. All right. Inside the body, I want you to feel how the outside screaming came into the body. Feel how you can feel it. Where is it in the body? Where's that anxiety?
My chest and neck.
So we're going to notice
Like
the
my
number,
upper.
the feeling. Okay, and is it really bad?
It's tight.
Okay, remove, transcend, let go. Look down to the lower right again. And now you're going to take and remove, transcend, and let to the upper right. And I want you to reconstruct. Oh my God, it's going to happen again. It's going to happen. It's happening again. Notice it's in the body. Remove, transcend, pull it out of the body, put it in front of you. Imagine a treasure chest, a spiritual treasure chest. Just pull it out, put it in the treasure chest. Pull it out, put it in the treasure chest. Keep doing that. And when you begin to notice how much is in the body, give me a number.
7.
Remove, transcend, and let go. Now pull it out and put it in the treasure chest. Keep pulling it out, pulling it out, pulling it out. You'll start maybe noticing colors. Just allow yourself to pull it out. Okay? Allow yourself to pull it out. Remove, transcend, let go. Now come back inside. What number is in there?
4.
Good. Notice you're doing the healing. You're doing the healing. Now, is it in the same point? Is it moving around? Whatever it is, grab it, pull it in the treasure chest. Start pulling it out, pulling it out. You have the ability to pull it out. Say, now I'm going to clean this up. Maybe get a rag, spit polish it, whatever you want to do. Just clean it up, pull it out, pull it out, pull it out. It's like when the kids throw milk on the floor, you got to clean it up. Okay, you're just going to clean it out, pull it in the treasure chest, pull it out, pull it out. And then when you go back in, what number's inside?
4.
Now I'm asking this because There's a part of you that says that I have to reconstruct to do this, because if I let this go, something's going to happen to the baby. Do you understand what I'm saying? This energy that you've got, move, transcend, let go. Look to the left middle ear. Look at your ear, left side. And I want you to remember the sounds that meant loss. You feel that?
Yeah.
Now, what number is that?
That I feel lost.
Mm-hmm. You lost, you know, like lost, somebody died, somebody separated, somebody abandoned you. So it's high or low? What number is it?
It's like an 8.
And notice, I'm listening to the body, the sounds of your child. You have to be super alert. Because did you lose him, almost lose him once at least?
Yes.
Now, notice how that feels like it's etched there. Remove, transcend, let go, and they want you to go to the lower left.
Saying that out loud was very hard.
Yeah, imagine. Just breathe it through. Look to the lower left. And I want you to blame yourself. I want that self-talk. I want you to go, oh my God. Blame yourself. Feel it. Because the pitch in your head is like, I did something. I didn't get up in time. You're blaming yourself. Can you hear how you're self-justifying?
Yeah.
It's because of this, because of this, because of this. And I hear you saying, I won't forgive myself because I can't screw up that bad. I'm going to tell you, you did nothing wrong. You got somebody on the other side that's coming through. No, we watched. You did nothing wrong. You made yourself believe you did. Yeah, but I done. They're saying, heal that yeah, but out. Do you understand? Now take that fear, because you created a whopper of a fear, and I think you're mixing it with some of your fears. Remove, transcend, and let go. Look to the upper right. And notice that you have to keep rehashing these images in your head so that you won't mess it up. I can't forget because I'll screw up if I don't want this to happen again. So I got to make sure I keep holding it. I got to make sure that I see it. I can't forget. I can't forgive. I can't. Do you understand? Remove, transcend, and let go. Look to the lower right. And I want you to feel how you sow that, you get it back. We don't want you to keep doing this. Spirit is saying, I don't want you to keep doing this. I want you to rise above so that you and the child could come into a healthier state. Learn to let that go and learn another way. They said you're super tight. Move, transcend, and let go. Look to the upper left, and I want you to tell me the images, are they as strong? The pictures in your head, are they as strong?
They seem happy.
Okay, remove, transcend, let go. Look to the lower left, and what's the self-talk? Do you still feel like you have to say, I blame myself?
Not as much.
Not as much. Know that she says not as much, so what number's left?
Under a 5.
I need you to hold R2D, right wrist. Go over to your right wrist. Go to the second position, and on the right wrist, put the left thumb in the second position. Okay? Second position. Push in deep. And then do that. Okay. Second position. There you go. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to feel that you can't trust yourself. I can't trust myself. And what I want you to do is I want you to take, and does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Look to the upper left and have images of, like, see, this picture says I can't trust myself. Do you have one?
No.
So why do you have to believe it then?
I can't picture something because I just think in general. If I like, I guess, stopped blaming myself, then I would tell myself I can't trust myself because I feel like I have been conditioned in a way.
Right, and it's not even true. You don't have to
And I
transcend, let go. Look to the lower right, and you say,
also
drop your eye.
don't
Lower right.
normally feel anything when it comes to this because I've disconnected from it because it was my only way of survival. So
Okay.
for me to talk about this and feel is pretty heavy.
Now, as you look to that lower right, notice that the feeling is that, is it true that you have to hold that feeling?
No.
So why do you have to keep telling yourself? The condition says you have to. You got to find one problem, one thing. See, it's that fault, it's that fault, it's that fault.
Yep.
Letting it go. Remove, transcend, let go. Look to your right ear. Look to your right ear. And when you reconstruct all of that, whose voice do you hear?
My mom.
And the thing is that that's her world. Is it true that you have to live the way she thinks?
No, but it's my biggest tackle. I can stand up and voice anything to other people, but when it comes to my parents, I feel so little.
Okay. Now begin to notice that's what your little. So you're going to communicate with your little. I want your little to be holding the same position you're holding on your head. And I want your little to sit there and notice that she felt like she had to be completely passive in order to keep that love. Help that little. Tell me what that little feels. Is a scale from 0 to 10, 10 being, oh my God, if I... Good. Now notice the little. Is it happy or is it sad? What's going on with the little? It's
Sad.
hysterical. It's scared. It's
Sad.
hysterical from mom. Bad. And the thing is we want this little to heal itself out. You're helping your little right now. She doesn't have to put a mask on. She won't have to put on a brave face. She won't have to put all these masks in order to be loved. I want her to just heal the pain out. So she's going to start to remove and transcend, let go. And how you'll know is you're staring at her sadness, and she even may pick up a coloring crayon and color out and keep ripping up and color out the paper and rip it up and notice the colors that she's going through. And she says, I want to use paper. I says, you can use paper if you want. She keeps drawing with red. I keep seeing with red. And it's not even a picture. It's just, for me, it's just scribbles, scribbles, scribbles. She's showing me the picture of what hysteria looks like. That energy has pushed her down and just letting her refix her camera here. And the energy is, she's absorbing the energy. Is her little absorbing is the energy, the hysteria, and she's bringing the hysteria out and putting it on paper. She's scribbling. Oh, it just turned to blue. Keep holding. She's like, ooh. Now, what's interesting is I can see her face behind all of this color. She's just going back and forth with the crayon. And as you keep holding, you're helping her and you. And what's going on? Oh, here you go. Just keep going. And she just broke her crayon. She stopped. She snapped her crayon in half. She's standing up. She says, that was invading my space. She's getting a broom and she's sweeping their energy out of her space. And she says, I'm cleaning up my space. Now, when you look at her, what number do you feel? Do you feel she's shy, timid? Is she, what's going on? Because what she told me, she says, I don't have to be afraid anymore.
I feel she's aware of what's going on, but she's trying to hide.
Well, she says that that's their anxiety. She says, I was always an impending doom that they were going to be hysterical at me. Now I'm watching her being strong because she's holding her territory for me.
Yeah.
And she says, we have to help you, the adult you, to realize that she's already self-soothing. Now, that disconnect with your little is that I want you to just sit there and feel how I can't do this again. I cannot go through this again. And now this is where you're going to come with Wyatt. I cannot do this again. Oh my God, no. I never want to go from this disconnect again. You can feel that moment. Good. Now sit there and just feel that number. Feel it. And actually, I've never seen this before, but your little is actually helping you heal. And it's drawing your future self, helping you heal. So I'm watching at least 7 of yourselves. Oh, how interesting. These were not just littles and future selves. These were when she had fear, she couldn't get back into the proper alignment of her body. This is why Wyatt is displaying the displacement of the soul by having not enough energy in the space of the body. Your littles and your adults are all working together to help you. And they said, let's kick out this invading energy. Notice, yes, you remembered how much it was in your space, but now you can start pulling it all out. And when you are forced to be passive as an adult, it's the same feeling as when you were little, around 4 years old, that you were forced to be passive so that you would be a good girl. And I'm watching how your body is releasing certain little things that you have in the brain. They're just starting to release. And I'm looking at your habit field, the morphogenic field. I'm watching that energy change. The compulsion that I have to be a good girl is just all of a sudden, I'm seeing that diminish. The anxiety. Drop your eyes and just look. Can you feel the anxiety like you used to?
No, I feel calm.
Good. Now, let's look at that little. She's like, hello. She's looking at me. She wants you now to recognize her, please. And is she feeling good, bad, or indifferent?
She's feeling good.
She says, I want to go play. You got to give her permission. Say, yes, you're done holding that pain. Go play. I'll clean up here. Tell her you'll clean up. Tell her to play now. Do you still feel like you have to blame? Yeah. Do you feel like that you have to think those thoughts and blame yourself in order for somebody to be happy?
No.
Good. Do you feel like you have to hold all that pain so that you don't forget, you don't forgive, so that you don't screw up again? Or do you feel like it's okay to let that go and find new answers? I feel like you look good, but you got to tell me. Oh, okay, there she is. How are you feeling? When you started, you were feeling a certain way. It was pretty bad, yes? Oh, she's losing.
Yeah, I feel pretty light now.
Now, I want you to witness before and after. I want you to witness this. You have the capability inside of you to connect, even if it's just with OMG when you're stressed. Measure it, get it out. You have the ability to heal yourself. Now, I need you to witness. Do you feel better than you felt before you got on?
I do, yeah.
Oh, listen to her tone of her voice. That means she has a frequency change that happened, which is for the better. I see your little is actually happy for the first time since you were 4. And I don't know how old you are, but since you were 4, she got locked into a time period. Now I feel like she's like, Mom can scream all she wants. I don't care. Okay. Now, what you're going to do for Wyatt, because I asked, do we need to make sure your body, your spirit's and body, it's already in, but for Wyatt. And I have to ask, do we do both ways? Just the front way. So when you're helping little Wyatt, you're just placing your hand there. And when he's like, he needs to build up his aura so that when people have energies, he doesn't have to bring it in. And this is going to be a great tool just to help him. You understand? But we're going to have you take your hand and you're just going to say, okay, sweet love, whatever you want to call him. And you're going to say, I put your spirit back into your physical body where it belongs 100%. Okay. Now you can rewatch this and on my Facebook page, it's the videos there, but I put your spirit back into your body 100% where it belongs. You're going to do this about up to 3 to 10 times. Now you can, because there's a different cycle I'm looking at, because we have a circadian rhythm, that if he seems to be upset, more upset than what he normally is,
Okay.
then I want you to just put his spirit back into his body because he needs to start to connect really well with this body. Okay? And the spirit can start to repair him. All right, so we just have to create that connection. I says, do we need to do it the other way? No. And you just start to say, thank you, spirit, but again, just put the spirit back into the body. You just kind of you can go all the way down. You like when let's say if he can lay on his stomach, then you can just touch his forehead. Don't have to touch him completely.
Yes.
You're just going to put your spirit back into his body 100% long. You can go all the way to the tailbone. And the reason I suggest that you go all the way down the spine is because it can help run the energy into the spine, but you're going to help the body to repair itself. Do you understand? Okay, now witness, witness, witness. Now, how you are also going to continue to witness is, let's say Wyatt starts to cry. Instead of going, you'll begin to notice how you would normally do. And when he does cry now, you may start noticing, I don't have to go there. You'll be able to be there for him without fear. Do you understand? And you can build that with him. There's more and more to do, but hopefully this will help you. Okay?
I typically don't release, so crying was big for me.
You did great. You did great. Just put your hand on your forehead like this, anytime and all times. If you're sitting there and all of a sudden your body triggers and going, oh my God, just say, no, I'm going to put this on this. It's an 8. Okay, I'm just going to sit here. And when you are spending time with Wyatt, you can still heal yourself. You can do it right before you go to bed. And I'm going to start suggesting that you find the joys, placing your fingers like this or like this, either hand, it doesn't matter. And every time, let's say he giggles and it just gives you that joy. Oh my God, I'm so grateful to hear that giggle, and start putting it in your heart and your nervous system because it needs love back into the body. And so that the body and the brain can start becoming more coherent. And if you can hold it for up to 3 minutes, you eventually can hold it longer. Let's say before you go to bed at night, you start being grateful. Oh, he moved, he stood, whatever his first are, I'm grateful. Oh, it was calm today.
Yeah.
Everything worked. You will start to build this in love back into your system. So when energy comes off, your baby Wyatt he'll feel stronger because you're creating a safety and security. Okay, while he starts to grow. Okay. So thank you so much for coming
Thank you
on
so
and being
much.
very vulnerable. You're welcome. I appreciate you being vulnerable. I appreciate your voice. And again, can you feel the difference? Can you feel the difference?
I can, no. Yeah, I feel so much light right now. I feel, yeah.
This is where you need to witness and remind yourself of that feel. When you feel light, I know light, and that's a 10. That feels good. This is what your nervous system wants, not hell. It already knows that. It needs something that you haven't had before.
Yeah.
So when you witness, you're going, oh, wow, I don't know how to best explain. It's a calm. It's a 10. Take time, take pictures, take time, put it in your body. Your nerves is asking for it. Your heart's asking for it because it's tired of repeating that story of hell. All right. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you very much.
Soon.